So what is general-purpose concrete pumping? Well, it's a niche business within the concrete industry that has significant earning potential with little overhead and no educational prerequisite. Hello, I'm Paul with Farron Equipment Company, and I'd like to tell you about one of the easiest ways to start a business in construction and start making real money right away. Simply put, a general-purpose concrete pumper is someone who transports concrete from a ready-mix truck to its intended location by means of a trailer-mounted concrete pump. In many instances, a ready-mix truck is too large or heavy to maneuver to the location where concrete needs to be poured, such as in the construction of pool decks, foundations, and footers. So you can either make dozens of trips with a wheelbarrow or save significant time and effort by using a concrete pump. In these instances, the ready-mix truck will pour into the concrete pump, which will then push the concrete through a heavy-duty hose to its desired location. Concrete pumps are also utilized to pump concrete to raised locations, such as in elevated slabs and CMU block fill. When working as a general-purpose concrete pumper, you are an independent contractor providing pumping services for various construction companies. When hired, you will show up on-site, lay out and attach the required length of hose, and then operate the pump when the ready-mix truck arrives. When pumping, the output of the hose will typically be handled by members of the construction crew, since the formwork is their responsibility. Your responsibility is to operate the pump. Some pumpers will handle the output of the hose if needed and can be done so with the help of a wireless remote, but that will open them up to additional liability and is not recommended unless necessary. When finished, you clean your hose, clean the residual concrete out of your pump, and head to your next job. Granted, situations will arise where you have to think on your feet, but the premise is simple. Get the concrete from point A to point B. So, what type of earning potential is there in concrete pumping? Well, using the current Southeastern market as reference, the average general-purpose concrete pumper will charge a minimum of around $500 per job on average. That amount covers up to 4 hours of work, and anything beyond that will be charged at around $100 per hour. If the job is finished in less than 4 hours, and it usually is, the minimum is still charged. Pumping one job per day for a standard work week and spending no more than 4 hours on that job will gross a profit of $130,000 per year for working a 20-hour work week. Pumping 2 jobs per day will double that number to $260,000 per year. We have several customers here at Farron who average between 12 and 15 jobs per week, so you do the math. There are, of course, slow parts of the construction season, but there are also more demanding times. The benefit of being a general-purpose concrete pumper is that you can tailor your schedule to your need. You control your hours, you control how many jobs you take. You work as much or as little as you want. A financially savvy concrete pumper can amass substantial wealth in this industry. To get started in this business, you only need 3 things: a concrete pump, a hose system, and a truck to pull it. Concrete pumps are classified by how many cubic yards of concrete they can pump per hour. The more yards per hour a pump can produce, the bigger and more expensive it is. The size of concrete pump you will need will be dependent on the size of hose you feel comfortable working with. By far, the most common size of hose used by general-purpose concrete pumpers has an internal diameter of 2 inches. Hoses larger than this get much heavier and difficult to wield once filled with concrete. It is important to understand the benefits and limitations of each size. When using a 2-inch hose, you will be limited in the amount of cubic yards per hour you can pump through the hose. A standard 2-inch heavy-duty hose will allow for a maximum of about 25 yards per hour, regardless of how powerful your concrete pump is, but this amount is plenty in most scenarios that you will encounter as a general-purpose pumper. Larger diameter hose can accommodate more yards per hour in concrete mixes containing larger rock, but most scenarios do not call for that kind of volume or aggregate, and for many are not worth the added effort. Once you understand the limitations of your hose system, you can make a better informed decision about the size of concrete pump you need. If you have decided to run a 2-inch hose system, then you already know that you are limited to pumping around 25 yards per hour. Because of this limitation created by the hose system, there is no need to purchase a pump that has the ability to produce any more yards per hour than that. This can save you tens of thousands of dollars. This brings us to what kind of truck you need to pull your concrete pump. Every pumper has their own opinion regarding what kind of truck is suitable for general-purpose pumping, but when towing a 25 to 30 yard per hour concrete pump, a 3/4-ton truck such as a Ford F-250 is plenty to safely handle this machine. The only reason you would need a truck even that big would be to handle the weight of the hose and other tools you may place in the bed. Larger pumps would require a full ton or dually truck, but a general-purpose pumper can save money by tailoring his equipment to his need. If you are interested in starting your own business in construction where you can plan your hours, control your schedule, limit your liability and overhead, and still make heavy profits, then you should strongly consider becoming a general-purpose concrete pumper. This job requires no professional prerequisite or formal education. The best-kept secret for profit in construction is definitely in general-purpose concrete pumping. If you decide to move forward with a concrete pump investment, come see us, Fair & Equipment Company in Charleston, South Carolina. We partner with financing companies that specialize in construction equipment to get you the best rate. If you are curious about the day-to-day life of a general-purpose pumper, then we can set you up to go out on a job with one of our clients and experience firsthand what this profession is all about. And if you just have basic questions regarding concrete pumping, please don't hesitate to call us and we will be more than happy to walk you through what goes into and what you can get out of this profession. For more information, please view our website at fairandequipmentco.com or call us at 843-552-6433.